You know it's Amio and welcome to my 4th braces update video. Okay, so it has been a morning. I had a couple of appointments. I had scheduled my regular scale clean and checkup with my dentist to be in the morning before my next appointment with the orthodontist. Just knock it out in one day. And I knew, well, I had a feeling that what they were wanting to do at the orthodontist was going to be a bit painful. So what I was told at my last orthodontist appointment was that at this appointment they were going to remove 2 of my brackets and reposition them. I don't know which ones. I don't know why. I was trying to guess, but yeah, still. Anyway, so I also with my dentist appointment, I have been having like white buildup on my teeth. I think that's called tartar or plaque. I don't know. Whatever that stuff is, that's what I have been experiencing. And in my life ever, I have only noticed it on the back of my bottom middle teeth is where I have only ever in my life noticed that white stuff. But since my last clean, I think it was within like 1 to 2 months, I noticed like a spot on my front teeth at the bottom, like in the middle. And you know, as I was cleaning, I was like, oh, there's this one bit I can't get off. And, you know, within a matter of a few days, I realized that it was like the start of a build-up. So when I saw my orthodontist next, I told them about it, and he was like, keep an eye on it. If it gets, you know, out of control, then go see your dentist. But, you know, if not, do your regular dentist visits. And obviously I went and had a filling done, and the dentist didn't say anything about that being an issue. I didn't ask. I just kind of went along with the appointment. He didn't notice it, and, you know, he wasn't shocked by it. So life went on as normal, had the filling done. Today I went for my scale and clean with the dentist and the checkup, and I basically told him and the dental nurse my concerns straight away. Because basically the build-up is in between my bottom middle 2 teeth is where it started, and that's where it basically was the worst. And either sort of side, so I'm getting it like where my teeth are touching, if that makes sense. Hang on. I'm getting it sort of in the gaps of my teeth. So it's not really sitting on top of the tooth itself, like on the front of it. It's kind of, yeah, where the 2 teeth join, that's where it is. So yeah, in between my middle teeth and then either side is where I see it. And in between my middle teeth, also at the back of them, was where I couldn't see it. So yeah, I just explained to them that that's what I got. And when I got it, you know, probably a month or 2 after I saw them was when it started. And I was just like, look, you know, for me, it makes me self-conscious because it's at the front and people can potentially see that. I wasn't sure if my situation was excessive or completely fine. I wasn't sure if it was something to be concerned about, if I needed to see them more regularly for cleans and stuff. But yeah, I was open to whatever they had to say. And pretty much the dentist had a good look at it, and he said, look, it's not excessive. Keep doing what you're doing, cleaning. I know it's difficult with the braces to really get in there. And he still recommended for me to come and visit him every 6 months, which is what I do anyway. So that was a relief. He gave them all a really good clean. He said, you're doing a really good job with your brushing. And I guess, like, given my concerns, he's like, it wasn't as bad as I thought. So there's that. Yeah, and I think, like, my point of view just comes from I want to do the right thing. So after my dentist appointment, I had a text and a voicemail and a missed call from the orthodontist office, and I was like, oh, this isn't good. They wanted me to contact them about my appointment, which was due to happen in like an hour and a half. The poor things. And the voicemail basically said that they needed to reschedule due to COVID. They were having staff they were having staff shortages, and these things happen. It's just part of the times at the moment. So I was completely fine with it. I was also around the area running a couple of other errands, so I did that, and then I popped in probably like 15-20 minutes before my appointment time. Literally, I popped in just to reschedule the appointment because that's what the voicemail said. And I walked in, and the girl on reception was like, I think the poor thing thought that I was turning up for my appointment, and she just knew. And I was just like, hi, I'm Amy. She looked like she'd seen a ghost. And I was just like, I got your voicemail. So I thought I would just pop in to reschedule the appointment. That's no worries. And she's like, oh, thank goodness. Like, I thought you'd, come in for the appointment. And she's like, because it's a long appointment, the next available appointment that they had was in 3 weeks' time. And I don't know if I'm just like paranoid about my braces or whatever. I said to her, like, is that really the earliest appointment that you have? And she's like, yes, because we're just so, chock-a-block full now because we've had, staff having to isolate because of COVID and stuff like that, which makes it difficult. And she said, but what I might do is maybe we'll book you in for a short appointment, your usual 10-15 minute appointment. And just so he can have a look and check that, everything's okay and make any slight changes that he wants to. But just know that you won't be having, the work done that you were meant to be having done in your long appointment. So obviously the brackets weren't coming off and being repositioned. And I was completely fine with that. And I think, for my own peace of mind, I, preferred seeing the orthodontist, even if it was just have a look. Okay, see you later. So, bless her, she's looking on the computer, and I used to work as an admin, so I know what it is like sort of when you have these desperate situations. I know what it's like having to reschedule a full day's worth of clients' appointments with an already full calendar for however many weeks. So I completely was empathetic. But I just said to her, I didn't want to pull the card of like, I booked today off work, I've got the whole day off, and, I don't want to guilt her. But I did just say to her, is there any chance that he would be able to see me at any time today? And she's like, yeah, I'm just going to go ask him. So she literally just went straight into the orthodontist's office and asked the question and explained the situation, and I took a seat, and within 5 minutes they took me in and saw me, and I was not expecting that given the scenario. So I was, very, very grateful. I was thanking everybody that spoke to me. Just, thank you so much for seeing me. I really appreciate it. I understand this is really quick, and, I wasn't messing about. And I probably was in and out of there in like 5 to 10 minutes. So, I was very, very grateful. And it was not a problem for them either. They said, yeah, we're happy to see you. And they did actually make a few changes, like nothing major. I've got new colors now. So my last lot was, I had the power chain and it was just great, like silver. So you honestly, looking at it, you couldn't even tell that I had a power chain on, because it just looked the same color as the braces brackets and the wire. I've had this pink before, top and bottom. It's like a baby pink. And to be honest with you, this is probably my favorite color out of all of the colors I've ever had, which I've not had a lot. I've had like black, I've had this pink, I've had a light blue, and I've had a dark purple. This is definitely my favorite color. It is so, so cute. I am still on the elastics, so I am to wear them full time still. They're on the same teeth, the same style of elastics. Gary, the orthodontist, also did say with my elastics, he's like, I just very quickly, briefly said to him as I left, I was like, okay, so elastics, wear them on the same teeth, still full time. And full time basically means that you only take them out to eat food or to brush your teeth. And I'm like, full time, yeah. And he just goes, yeah, just wear them as often as you can. And I was like, well, I've been wearing the full time as in like full time. So I just wanted to take a quick moment to talk about my experience with the elastics. The only issues that I've had is sometimes the inside of my lip, like where the elastics would be rubbing up against, can get a bit sore. And I think that's happened like twice, and it is nothing that Bonjela can't fix like overnight. But that's the only real issues that I've had. I've been very consistent wearing them. So I wear them all night to sleep. I wear them all day and only take them out when I'm eating food or brushing my teeth. And then I try to put them straight back in. Otherwise, I'll just forget. So, the longest period of time that I have been without them has been when I've taken them out in the morning to eat my breakfast and have just forgotten to put them back in, and haven't realized for hours. So the longest time I'm pretty sure that I've had them out for, definitely it's been during the day, and it was for about 4 hours, and I've maybe done that like twice. So I think out of 24 hours in a day, wearing them for 20 hours out of that is, pretty good effort. I honestly don't mind the braces. I honestly don't mind the elastics. They don't cause me a great deal of pain. You just have to remember to put them in, and having them in, I honestly can't really tell a difference. It's just normal now. I do sometimes forget that I have them in and need to double check that I've got them in, which is literally just like, okay, yeah, they're there. Also, I've gotten pretty good at putting them in. Excuse me. Taking them out is easy. But putting them in, I've gotten pretty good at doing it. I can do it now with just my hands and not looking. Like, you get better over time at putting them in. At the start, I was so meticulous. I would have a little handheld mirror. I would use tweezers for more control, and was just like obsessing over where I was putting them. I think when you're brand new with your elastics, you just got to do what you have to do to make it work. But I think, yeah, over time I was able to just do it with my hand and just put them in with my fingers and use the mirror to watch where I'm doing it. I do find that using the mirror helps a lot more because you can see what you're doing. I have like once or twice put them in with no mirror and using my fingers, and then it's felt weird. So then I've got the mirror and checked them and it's on the wrong tooth. So yeah, I usually always try to check once I've put them in. Have I ever had one of my elastics snap broken? No. I definitely had my elastics like snap, like flick me, like a rubber band. That sort of feeling. I've definitely had that happen a bunch of times when I've been trying to put them in. I remember there was once I must have not put it in properly, and then all of a sudden it just like flicked in my mouth, but it hadn't broken. What's going on, everybody? So I'm here at my appointment with the orthodontist, so I'm interested to see how this is going to go. I believe this is the bracket they're going to move, and I'm thinking of switching out my colours to dark purple. This is a long appointment, so I'll have a lot to talk about once I'm done, so I'll catch up with you then. Bye! Hi everyone, I'm done with that appointment. I did get purple. They actually had lilac purple, which they haven't had previously. So it's like a light purple. So they're actually different colours. I still think they're quite pretty. I like this one down the bottom better. That would be really cool to have that all over, but never mind. I still like it. My next appointment is in 6 weeks. I'll just update you on what they actually did. So they actually repositioned 3 of my brackets. So this one here, this one here, and this one here. So they just use some sort of pliers, I don't know, or something to pull them off, and then they polish off the glue, and then they put the sour stuff back on there and put the bracket on and use the blue light to, I guess, fix it into place. And I had my same size wires put back in, so there was no change in the wires. Obviously I still have the power chain just at the top, and I'm still on the same Gary elastics on the same teeth. Excuse me, still full time. What else? Also the orthodontist polished my top 2 teeth. I don't know if you can really tell, but I sure can, because this one here used to be really like jaggedy, and now it is so smooth, like just running my tongue along it, it is beautiful. also, when the assistant was putting the wire back on, she said that it was a bit tight and sort of had some pressure around the spots where the brackets had been repositioned. So she did say to take some pain relief. Yeah, so I had actually already taken some pain relief before I went in, just sort of in anticipation. So I'll just keep up with that. And sort of when they tell me stuff like that I might feel pain or pressure or whatever, you know, later on, I usually, as soon as I'm done with the appointment, I go and get some food and just eat some food. Before it starts to hurt, just because I don't want to wait like 2 hours and then be like, oh, I'm hungry now, and then you know, it's all numb and sore and stuff like that. So I actually just went and got a potato salad. I was like, oh, this sounds really nice, you know, like baked potato. It's got bacon in it and Dijon-naise. I was like, oh, that sounds good. And then I opened it up and it also had pickles in it, and I was so excited because pickles is one of my favorite food, and I didn't even know I had them in there. Anyway, what a glorious day. And then I also got myself a fruit platter, so I'm going to enjoy that shortly. I've got another appointment to go to, so I'm gonna head on over there, and then I'm probably gonna eat this fruit. Anyhow, I hope everyone's happy, healthy and well, and until the next update, bye. Hi everybody, so I'm just doing a quick check-in before I'm about to pop into my next orthodontist appointment. Something that I have actually noticed with the elastics, and it's really random to describe, is when I put them in at the back, it doesn't feel like I'm reaching as far to the back as I was when I first started putting them on. So that definitely tells me that I'm pretty sure my jaw is moving more forward, or my teeth or my bite from the bottom, which is super cool. Hi there, it has just been over 2 weeks since my last appointment, and let me just say to you that the polishing that they did of these teeth has just given me a lot more confidence, I think. I just feel like my smile looks nicer. I also just wanted to say, can you see that there's now a gap between my 2 front teeth? But also, I really don't care, because you're not going to have a set of braces put on and then overnight your teeth are perfect, because, hello, it takes, well, for me at least, it's going to be 1.5 to 2 years, so they're never going to look amazing straight away. It's all just part of the progress. Yeah, so I also just wanted to point out as well, the lone tooth is still the lone tooth. Anyhow, just a quick check-in. Bye.